At Werner Enterprises, safety is our #1 priority. We value your safety and the safety of the motoring public that you share the road with. The Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration shares in these values. In an effort to decrease accidents and increase accountability for unsafe driving behaviors, they have developed the CSA program. This module will review what CSA is and how it affects you, the professional driver. CSA stands for Compliance, Safety, and Accountability. The FMCSA created this safety initiative with the goal of improving safety on the roadways by preventing crashes before they occur. They use the program to monitor and evaluate the safety performance of both motor carriers and professional commercial motor vehicle drivers. Regardless of tenure, all Werner Enterprises drivers, company, student, and owner-operators are required to abide by all CSA regulations. The FMCSA monitors and evaluates each carrier's safety performance in 7 categories, which they call basics. Basic number 1, unsafe driving. This refers to the operation of commercial motor vehicles by drivers in a dangerous or reckless manner. Violations include, but are not limited to, speeding, reckless driving, improper lane changes, seatbelt violations, failure to obey traffic control devices, texting and driving, talking on a handheld cell phone while driving, and following too close. Basic number 2, hours of service compliance. This refers to the operation of commercial motor vehicles by drivers who are not in compliance with the hours of service regulations, drivers who are sick, and drivers who are fatigued. Basic number 3, driver fitness. This refers to operation of commercial motor vehicles by drivers who are unfit to operate a CMV due to a lack of training, experience, or medical qualifications. Violations include driving a commercial motor vehicle without a commercial driver's license, driving without a medical certificate available, driving without a hard copy of these documents available, etc. Basic number 4, controlled substances and alcohol. This refers to the operation of commercial motor vehicles by drivers who are impaired due to alcohol, illegal drugs, prescription drugs, or over-the-counter drugs. Basic number 5, vehicle maintenance. This refers to the operation of commercial motor vehicles by drivers who fail to properly maintain the equipment. Violations include, but are not limited to, malfunctioning lights, bald tires, failure to make required repairs, operating an out-of-service vehicle, bad brakes, and other mechanical defects. In addition, any cargo securement violations are included in this basic. Basic number 6, hazardous materials compliance. This refers to the operation of commercial motor vehicles by drivers who fail to safely transport hazardous materials. Violations include improper or missing placards, missing paperwork, improper load securement, release of hazardous materials from their package, etc. And finally, basic number 7, crash indicator. This takes into consideration the history or patterns of high crash involvement, as well as the frequency and/or severity of crashes as reported by each state. Both chargeable and non-chargeable accidents will impact this basic. The information collected for each basic is used to rank drivers and rank carriers amongst one another. Each time you're pulled over by a DOT officer and they issue an inspection report that contains violations of the safety regulations, or if you're involved in an accident, points are assessed to the violations you receive. All safety-based violations and citations, including warnings, count, not just out-of-service violations or citations. The points you receive are determined based on 2 things. 1, how severe the violation is. For example, a crash involving an injury or fatality is weighted more than just a towaway. And 2, how recent the violation is. More recent violations are weighted more heavily. Points associated with inspections will stay on your CSA record for 3 years. Points associated with accidents will stay on your CSA record for 5 years. All points you receive will remain in Werner's CSA score for 2 years. It's often believed that CSA points only affect the carrier, but that's incorrect. They also directly affect you, the professional driver. First of all, Werner keeps track of all CSA points acquired by each driver to use in training and employment decisions. Second, if you're pulled over, law enforcement can see a full history of violations you've acquired over the past 3 years from all employers you've worked for. If they see a history or pattern of CSA violations, they may pull you in for a more thorough inspection. Third, a poor CSA performance record may hinder your ability to gain employment at other companies. The FMCSA has implemented a new safety initiative known as the Pre-Employment Screening Program, PSP. This allows carriers access to a driver's crash and inspection history, which they can use to make more informed decisions about which drivers to hire. A good CSA performance record makes you valuable as the driver and will help you throughout your driving career. Finally, carriers' CSA scores are available to the public. This means that customers can see them. If a customer sees a carrier with high CSA scores, they may interpret that to mean they're unsafe and not feel comfortable moving their freight with them. This affects you because without customers, you have no freight to haul. Lost freight equals fewer loads for you, and this means less money in your pocket. Just as a bad inspection will count against you, a good inspection can help you. If you're stopped for an inspection, be sure to ask the officer for an extra copy of the inspection report. Good or bad, place the inspection report in a separate trip envelope and send it to the attention of the safety hotline. Staying in compliance and protecting yours and Werner's CSA records is as simple as following the rules. Slow down, wear your seatbelt, and obey all road signs and traffic control devices. Use your signals and check your mirrors often to ensure you're completing proper lane changes. Remain violation-free by completing thorough pre-trip inspections every single day. If you find a defect, report it and get it fixed as soon as possible. Never operate your equipment if something is damaged and not in compliance. If you're ever instructed to do so, contact the safety hotline right away. Doing these things will help you avoid getting in an accident, breaking the law, and getting violations. It's as simple as that. At Werner, we're committed to running safe and legal at all times. Safety is a value and a responsibility that we believe every Werner associate should take very seriously. It's a team effort. Every individual driver's commitment to safety contributes to the company-wide CSA rating. We need your support to remain an industry leader in safety performance. If you have any questions about CSA, please contact your orientation instructor, student driver manager, fleet manager, or anyone on the safety team.